Hi guys, I'm Claire and you are watching Rent to Grown, and I have a lot of stuff to do today, so I'm going to try and film it. If you watched the last video, you'll know that Matthew, Princess Consuelo Banana Hammock, and Fish came down over the weekend and we spent some time together, and they brought a lot of stuff into the house on purpose. The less stuff we have to pack into the U-Haul, the better, because then we don't have to make multiple trips and we don't have to have as big of a U-Haul. But that means that I am left with all of this stuff to deal with. And they all just threw it in the living room because that's what I told them to do, because I don't know where any of this stuff goes. I don't know what any of it is. So I've got to deal with that. But first, I need to go in here. You can't see it, but I need to go in there and finish painting my kitchen cabinets so I can put them back on and I can get everything that is on this table back in the cabinet so I have my table back. That's what we're dealing with right now. So let's start painting. I've been putting it off for a week. This is the original wallpaper that was all over the kitchen, and I've ripped out most of it. But I may leave it in here. I don't love it, but I don't hate it enough that I feel like digging it all out. So this is one coat. As you can see, there's still brush strokes and stuff, but it was primer white underneath it, so my cheap little paint, I'm gonna need some 2 coats. But it'll be okay. It'll look pretty good. I have not done this side yet. You can see my sprouts are in there. But I've not done this side yet, and I've not done the bottom yet. If you're wondering why the walls are this way, there was some issues with the roof at some point, it sounds like. And also there was 3 layers of wallpaper on this, and so I don't have drywall. This is plywood because this is a trailer, and the plywood got some moisture in there, and so the layers have separated a little bit, but that's all gonna be covered at some point with some tile, so just hang out and I'll show you that when I get to it. I wanted to show you my shelf liner. It's kind of a off-white, and then it's got the same kind of brown that I'm painting the cabinets, so all my shelves will be lined with it, and I think it's going to be super cute. I picked all these up at Dollar Tree. They are not the biggest rolls, but I liked them better than the larger ones that I found at other big box stores. It's the next day. I stayed up until 2 o'clock in the morning painting 2 or 3 depending on whether they need it or not. But I painted the cabinets, top, bottom, everything. So they are done. But now I think I've decided that I don't love the way this original wallpaper looks with my shelf liner. So now I get to pull all of that out. And honestly, the best 2 things that I have for ripping up wallpaper are a paint key and a knife. And you just use the paint key to lift the corners, pull it till you can't pull it anymore, and then if you need to cut it along where the wood's attached, that's a really good option. So I know they make wallpaper tools. I don't have any, and I'm not looking to spend any more money on this than I have to. But I'm going to pull this off, see how the wood underneath looks, If it looks pretty good, I might leave it, but I may end up going ahead and painting it. I don't know. We'll look at it here in a second. Well, it's 2:15 a.m., but it's done. I had to drill some pilot holes and stuff and rehang all the doors and all the drawers and everything. And I had to drill some pilot holes because not all of them opened the same way, and some of them, like these two over here, opened into each other, and neither one of them was fully accessible. So now you can open both of them all the way and you're not losing valuable cabinet space. They're also lined, and at least the main cabinets no longer have this awful wallpaper in here. I started on this 12 hours ago. It's really hard working by yourself. Under here, I do still have the wallpaper because under my sink apparently I have a leak, because when I went to pull it off it was wet, like wet. And we had just a really hard rain just now, so I don't know if it's from the sink or from outside, but we'll have to check. I don't have my staple gun, so I couldn't staple it back in place and rip the rest of it off, but it pulled like part of the veneer of the plywood off. So I will deal with that later. Anyway, I'm about to go to bed, and tomorrow I will work on getting all of this stuff back in the cabinets. So as always, I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you around. Bye.